welcome to the City Show. Pat O'Neill, you here, you there? That's why I do the show, because of you. Nice week, nice weather this week. Actually, pretty damn good. We had some almost 80 degrees. Interesting this week, we had a controversy, if you follow Twitter. Jim McGreevy sent out a mailer and a picture of a Jersey City resident, female, shaking his hand. And she didn't give the permission to this. And it really, it's a campaign mailer, but it didn't really come off as a campaign mailer. James McGreevy was walking down the street. I think it's in the Heights. He's shaking everybody's hands, people coming out to see him. And I think this woman's husband was excited to see Mr. McGreevy. She was a little apprehensive and suspicious, but she shook his hand, being polite. And that picture was used in a mailer that went out to everybody in Jersey City. And it didn't say that the woman endorsed them. It kind of implied that they were working, friendly, whatever the case is. The woman's shaking the candidate for mayor's hand. She didn't resign a release or permission, but this is not unusual in campaigns to use people's likeness without their permission. Back when James Corzine was running for governor, he did a meet and greet and pressing the flesh down at Newport, and it was all choreography. He was meeting people. He went to a daycare center, the River School. My wife was a daycare employee back then, and they would take the kids on nice days for a walk, and they would walk along the Hudson River there, the waterfront walkway. And Corzine's walking with the kids. He's walking right alongside my wife, and somebody's videotaping this. Wife has no suspicion, what's going on. A couple weeks later, I'm watching TV, and there's this Corzine commercial, Corzine for governor. And there's my wife. I said, Bob, are you endorsing Corzine? Did you get paid for this? You signed a release? And she was as shocked as anyone to see herself there. No permission, no releases were signed. There was nothing implied, just a picture of Corzine walking along the waterfront with the kids and my wife there. But the commercial itself was for the election, but the picture didn't imply that my wife was endorsing them. Just a case they were all walking along the Hudson River waterfront with these kids from the daycare. And it's just politics and campaigns, how they're run. Honestly, I believe you should get a release. My wife should have been compensated for her image use. But that never happened. But it happens all the time in all these campaigns. You're in the background, you're in the foreground, you're shaking hands, you're smiling, you're used. You see, especially with the presidential campaigns, you see them used all over. What are we talking about today? As you remember, I spoke about CarePoint last week. Is there a light at the end of the tunnel? Do we got management there? I use the word things are fluid. We'll follow up on fluid when I get back from commercial break. Jersey City may crack down on illegal driveways. And the North Bergen Preschool in Braddock Park. Those are our three topics. We're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
No one plans on heart disease, but everyone should have a plan for it. We help patients of all lifestyles and medical histories plan for healthy hearts. We offer convenient screenings without judgment, hundreds of preventive programs, and women's heart specialists. And we're the largest cardiac surgery program in New Jersey. Make plans for a healthy heart with RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
Panapinto Properties, Jersey City, shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces and addresses your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panapintodevelopment.com. Panapinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
We're back. You're watching The City Show. Pat O'Meara here. If John was able to use that footage from the YouTube commercial with Corzine, my wife is the person in the blue and the red blouse with the glasses on. If John was able to use that. The real question is, did I remember to send it to John to cut it in? That's the real question. CarePoint. CarePoint's got a new management team. I'm sure you read about it. Insight is going to operate Christ Hospital in Hoboken, and Hudson Regional Hospital will operate Bayonne Hospital. Sounds good, right? And I did mention the word fluid. I mean, that plays a big role here. Last week, they were having a meeting of the nonprofit that operates the 3 hospitals. About a year or two ago, CarePoint converted to a not-for-profit, and they have a board of trustees, and the nonprofits have to have, and they have meetings, and there's meetings as to the future of the hospital. Should they file bankruptcy? Should we go in with Insight and Hudson Regional? It is very fluid. Things are very fluid when at the meeting, they decided to prevent mayors Robbie Balla from Hoboken and Steve Fulop from Jersey City from attending the meeting. You don't do that. Now, I should say, first off, you don't do that to any mayors. I don't know Robbie well enough. I know we're not exactly on best of terms, but it was completely disrespectful for both of those mayors. There's an issue, you tell those guys beforehand. You don't ice them out of the meeting. Like I said, I can't speak for Robbie. We have issues going back to really associated issues from the days of Dawn Zimmer. Yeah, Dawn Zimmer, we did a few pieces on Dawn over the years. Dawn didn't take exception to it. Plus, I was involved with the campaign for Peter Camerano, who defeated Dawn Zimmer. But then Pete went James Cagney-like and got caught up in that bid rig situation. And Pete was only the mayor for about a month before I had to resign. And Zimmer felt that I had a hand in her loss in that election because I was working with Peter Camerano. I was producing a TV show for him. With these mayors, you don't embarrass these guys. Like I said, I can't speak for Robbie Balla. I don't interact with him much. He's been in the studio recently for a debate. But I can speak for Steve Fulop, who I've known for 20-some-odd years. And I've been on both sides of many issues with Steve. Pro and con. I've seen this angry Steve Fulop. I've seen the nice Steve Fulop. I've seen the pragmatic Steve Fulop. I've seen the angry Steve Fulop. I've seen that angry one quite a few times. I've received some phone calls where the guy's just straight out yelling at me for a while over some issue. But I've said many times in Jersey City, you're not going to win every issue. Nobody does. Nobody gets the whole loaf in Jersey City. And as long as the issue doesn't affect you or your family personally or you personally, you got to lick your wounds and move on to the next issue. What happened with Fulop? Now, first off, you don't embarrass Mayor Fulop because he doesn't regard it as him just being embarrassed. He regards it as the city of Jersey City. It's like a twofer. Fulop and the city being embarrassed. You just don't do that to Mayor Fulop because he will not forget that. He won't forget that you're embarrassing his city and him. Now, Steve Fulop is from the Cunningham tree. When I say the Cunningham tree, it's like football coaches. You have the Parcell tree. You know, Bill Belichick was from the Parcell tree. Or many successful coaches. You have the Shanahan tree right now. We have a lot of these young coaches are from the Shanahan tree. Steve is from the Cunningham tree. He's one of the few remainders of the Cunningham tree. As for Glenn himself, there would have been a fist fight if you tried to ice out Glenn D. Cunningham. Fulop is a bit more tolerant than Glenn D. Cunningham was. There was a guy who didn't embarrass him in the city either. Just that Glenn would probably get physical with you. If you were embarrassing the city, it possibly could be a fist fight there. Like I said, Steve Fulop's a bit more tolerant than Glenn D. Cunningham was. Last week I said that the CarePoint situation is fluid. It is fluid, and Insight, who are the ones that iced out Robbie and Steve Fulop, it basically is a rock now. It's fluid, and they are rocks, Insight. You don't do this. I don't see how this goes forward after you basically embarrass Mayor Ravi Bala in Hoboken and Stephen Fulop in Jersey City and expect the cooperation from those cities. Again, I've heard things about Ravi, but I know things about Steve. He is not going to be happy going forward with Insight. I really doubt now if Insight runs Christ Hospital. They've already established here that they're out of the loop, really. They should have had some sort of political liaison or some sort of respect for the elected mayors of both of those cities, Hoboken and Jersey City, to make them fully aware of what their concerns was if they weren't fully vested on the board or whatever the case was. You don't ice out those guys. And again, I only know things about Robbie. I don't deal with him often. Steve Fulop I deal with a lot. I guarantee you he was pissed. And I sincerely doubt if Insight goes forward, it's not going to be with the cooperation of Steve Fulop. But they've already made some bad missteps here. And Mayor Fulop's going to be very cautious about them running the Christ Hospital here in Jersey City. For that matter, he would be quite cautious about them running all three of these hospitals. There's some weird meeting there where Hudson Regional will run Bayonne and Insight will run Christ and Hoboken. I kind of doubt that. The problem with Insight right now is they have no insight. You don't embarrass the mayors and the cities of Hoboken and Jersey City by trying to ice out these guys so you can do some backroom maneuvering. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Comprehensive healthcare is here, here, and here. RWJ Barnabas Health is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County with its two newest locations, Hoboken and Exchange Place. Within walking distance or accessible by mass transit, our locations combine convenience with primary and specialty care, including cardiology, women's health, orthopedics, cancer care, and more. Let's be healthy together.
Good Friend Self Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self Storage. Let us be your good friend.
Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants, all major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
We're back. Pat O'Meara here, City Show there. Here, there, everywhere. You're watching? Good. Yankees are in the World Series. Unfortunately, the Mets could not meet us there. We will be playing the Dodgers, which we have done many, many times before. I'd say the Yankees in 6. We'll see how it goes. But interesting, you're going to have Aaron Judge and Ohtani there in those games. So it'll be a good matchup. See who has a better series. Aaron didn't have, they had an okay series. The league championship series, Stanton had a very good league championship series. Mets had a good season. They were unexpected to do anything this year, and they got to the championship series. Congratulations to the Mets. Crackdown on illegal driveways in Jersey City. What? This is something that's been spoken about probably for as long as I've been covering politics in Jersey City. It's been going on forever. They've been talking about cracking down on illegal driveways going back to McCann. McCann understood. I'm going to take McCann out of that. He wasn't the one interested in cracking down on illegal driveways. He understood the need. He kind of looked the other way. I think that's what Richie Borgiano referred to when he was saying there was a wink wink and an okey doke. That was McCann, one of the more pragmatic political people, whether you like Jerry or not. You have to give him kudos for his political abilities. And he knew cracking down on illegal driveways was not a wise move. But then you had going to the Schindler administration, during Glenn D., during Harvey Smith, during Jerry Healy, and to the present day, Steve Fuller. There was always talk about it. It will never happen in our lifetime. That is political suicide. You know, Richie talked about political suicide. Richie Borgiano, Ward C council person with Pompidou. You want political suicide? Go after people's driveways. Most of the driveways in the height, it's easy to pick them up too. Most of the driveways in the heights, in the slope section of Jersey City, west side section of Jersey City, they're illegal. There was some room, you cut in the driveway. You take those illegal driveways away, those homeowners will never forget that. Homeowners vote. Homeowners complain. They will complain to their neighbors of what this mayor did or that council person did. You want to terminate your political career early? Go after people's driveways. Plus, the other thing about the driveways in Jersey City, it's not fair. You can knock down a building in the middle of, say, Irving Street that didn't have a driveway, and all of a sudden you build a new one and has a driveway. If you got the footage in front of your building, just because you have a pre-existing building, you shouldn't be prevented from having a driveway. But I think going back to Schindler, we put a moratorium on driveways and carports, and I believe it's still in effect today. You couldn't do that. And it's not fair. Every new building you see go up has a driveway. An illegal driving. The city moratorium, we should probably do something about that. What we need to do, you're not going to take anybody's driveways away. That's not going to happen in anybody's lifetime. We need to legalize it, just as we're doing with the illegal apartments. We're giving them the opportunity to bring them up to code. We're encouraging illegal apartments. You got these, you can build something in your backyard now. What do we call that? The 3 letters for it. I can't think what it is. Another apartment you can, I forget what it is. It's now at the top of my head. Illegal apartments can be brought up to legal status. You just got to, pay it. And I said, for years, going back to the radio show, illegal apartments, there's a lot more than illegal. There's bank fraud, there's insurance fraud, there's city fraud. You're telling the bank you got a 2-family when you have an illegal 3-family. You're telling the insurance company you got a 2-family when you have an illegal 3-family. So it's wise to bring illegal apartments up to legal status. And the same thing with illegal driveways. You're not going to take them away unless you want to terminate your political career. So what we should do, instead of taking them out, is we should put a fee on them. One thing the city needs is money. And you don't want to raise taxes when you're paying, people have to pay taxes, maybe in cases of services they don't get. Driveways are a service that not all of us get. Let's have a $600 a year fee for a driveway. Whatever, legal, illegal, as long as you got it, pay $600. Now, a homeowner's not going to be happy about that, but it'd be a lot more happier than losing their driveway. I know some civic activists over the years, for the legal driveways being installed, we'd have parking signs putting, where this driveway was being made. Let's legalize them, get $600, because when you put a driveway in, you take a parking spot out of the parking lottery. That spot in front of that driveway, that parking spot in the street is gone. Only you can park there. I pay $110 a month for a parking spot. That comes out to like $1,320 a year. You can pay $600. And it helps the city. We can use that. We can always use the money in the city, so we don't have to raise taxes on people who don't utilize whatever services are costing us that kind of money. $600, and like I said, you got a driveway that's taken a spot right out of the lottery there. So $600 isn't a lot. And I agree with anybody who put a driveway in. If I ever take the oil tank out of the front of my house, I got the room in front of my house from the curb to the front wall of the house. We have an oil tank there. If I ever take that oil tank out, the day you see them pulling that tank out is the day a driveway is going to appear. It will appear miraculously. I have enough room, especially for my Kia or my Chevy Evos, to park there without a problem. But not even tipping into the street, no tippy-toeing into the sidewalk, rather. We have all the room to do that. I don't have a problem with the driveways. Let's get $600 a year fee. don't crack down on them. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
No one plans on heart disease, but everyone should have a plan for it. We help patients of all lifestyles and medical histories plan for healthy hearts. We offer convenient screenings without judgment, hundreds of preventive programs, and women's heart specialists. And we're the largest cardiac surgery program in New Jersey. Make plans for a healthy heart with RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in one of our many high-rise towers. With amenities such as the on-site Newport Path, light rail, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams and Acme Supermarket are just outside your front door. A health and fitness center, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. Enjoy the New York skyline from our waterfront and various parks. Manhattan is just one pass stop away, or a quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Looking to visit? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. For more information, visit us at newportnj.com. Make lasting memories to cherish forever. It's incredible. It's you, Newport. Live like you want.
Comprehensive healthcare is here, here, and here. RWJ Barnabas Health is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County with its 2 newest locations, Hoboken and Exchange Place. Within walking distance or accessible by mass transit, our locations combine convenience with primary and specialty care, including cardiology, women's health, orthopedics, cancer care, and more. Let's be healthy together.
We're back. You're watching The City Show. Pat O'Melia here. You probably read this. I know John Heinous did a story on it. Pre-K school trailers in Braddock Park. They've been in Braddock Park over 20 years, something like that. They're the same trailers that you see at every school in Jersey City. That's in a schoolyard. You see those trailers. There's more students than we have physical schools, brick and mortar schools to accommodate. Something that we've really got to start to concentrate on, how we can have more schools, whether not in just North Bergen. Jersey City's got a huge problem coming. You see all the development? You see any schools developing with all those high rises? No. Something that has to be done. Maybe the next mayor of Jersey City, Steve Fulop is on his last term. He's not running for re-election. Whether it's Mayor O'Day, Mayor McGreevy, Mayor Solomon, Mayor Ali, Waterman, whoever it is, somebody's got to address the real need and get the kids out of these trailers. It should be brick and mortar. What Mayor Sacco wants to do is get the kids out of the trailers. He wants to build a brick and mortar school in Braddock Park. Now, this has been going on for about 20 years. I doubt if the pre-K location of Braddock Park takes up 1% of that park. Braddock Park is huge. It's right up there with Lincoln Park in size. They've gone through all the hoops with the DEP, every state and federal organization they had to go with. They've won every legal challenge to putting the schools there. And, really the bottom line, where is a better place for a pre-K school than a park? Yeah, I can't think of one. It's perfect. It's out in the open. It's safe in Braddock Park. We should actually look at this in other parks. Now, maybe it's not ideal for Jersey City because Jersey City is so big, but I could see putting a pre-K school in Lincoln Park. Yeah, we put playgrounds in there, which is great. You have a pre-K school in a small township like North Bergen. The kids can go to the park. Recess, they're in a beautiful park. So many things the kids can do. There's there various swings and rides and all that stuff in the park. Plus, it's safe. You have the Hudson County Sheriff's Department that patrols the park all the time. You have the North Bergen Police Department that patrols the park all the time. I honestly, and I know I spoke about this before, I can't think of a better place than a park for pre-K kids. Every city, I mean, all the townships. Again, Jersey City, that's a little tough. We do have some big parks, but we got a lot of people in Jersey City compared to North Bergen or Guttenberg or West New York, that sort of thing. And recently, the mayor of Union City, Brian Stack, friend of mine, he's also the state senator for that district, did a resolution with the Union City Board of Commissioners opposing the pre-K school in Braddock Park. Keep in mind, Brian is very well aware of this park situation, going back to his days as a freeholder, probably, because this has been going on for like 20 some odd years with the pre-K school in the park. Brian Stack was originally a freeholder, which is now a commissioner. Then he became mayor, and then he became a state senator, and all the time, this park situation that's like basically across the street from him in Union City has been going on. So it's not like it was some secret location with a dome like Wakanda or Wonder Woman came from that you can't see it. And it was right there. It's hard to find, I'll say that much, because I went out and I shot footage of this, I don't know, a year or so or two ago. It took me a while to find the location. Like I said, it's a minute amount of space in Braddock Park that this pre-K school is using. And I know the county and the town, to put the park there, they had to find other space that could be converted into park space, and they've done that all through, not just in North Bergen. There was some of this park space in other cities. Again, North Bergen jumped through every hoop, whether it's a DEP or with the county, and the county had to jump through hoops. Everybody's jumping through hoops to get this done. And after 20 plus years, the mayor, my buddy Brian Stack, decides to chime in against it. If there's a political war going on, I covered that last week. This is just politics. But when the politics include kids, pre-K kids, then you got to step back and say, we shouldn't be doing this. Like I said, it takes up. Now, I should probably find out. I guarantee it takes less than 1% of the park space there. And like I said, I can't think of a better place for the kids to be. And, it's a perfect, recess, you got a whole park for the kids to play in, and it's safe. It's easy for the parents to pick up the kids there, which is becoming a problem, like in Jersey City, especially on the Boulevard or on Nelson Avenue, picking up kids at school. Parents are all double parking. That's probably something we should look into also. It's easy for the parents. They can drive in the park, pick up the kids, boom, they're gone. It's actually a little parking lot out there for the parents to pull in, pick up the kids, and move on their way. For that matter, in Liberty State Park, our Sci-Tech High School that the city of Jersey City and the county of Hudson are partnering in, that's in Liberty State Park, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not like it's some new thing to put a school in a park. Actually, I'm surprised nobody thought about it before. So Mayor Sacco, kudos for thinking, that's a great place for a park. Build the brick and mortar school on the same footprint that they have the park trailers in, and everybody will be fine. The kids will be safe. It'll be a great location. And just think, if your children, your pre-K kids are going to school, where would you rather they go? Someplace in the middle of the city or in a nice park? I'm sure you're going to say the nice park. All right, we're done. You be good. You be safe. I'll talk to you during the week. Good night.